Hello, my name is Alexandria Lewis. I am a tutor for TAN. Today we will discuss formulas and applications. First, we will start off with the rectangle. The parameter is P equals to 2L plus 2W. The L is known for the length of the rectangular, and the W is known for the width. The example for this is L equal to 2, W equal to 2. We will plug these into the formula to find the parameter. P equals 2 times L plus 2 times 2. We're trying to find the parameter of the rectangular. So we will solve and say P equals 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4, so 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. The parameter of this rectangular is 8. Next, we will move on to the square. The parameter for the square is P equals 4S. 4S. S is known for the side of the square. If we plug in 8, we will say S is equal to 8. Find the parameter of the square. So we will say P equals 4 times 8. The parameter of the square will be equal to 32. Next, we will have the triangle. The triangle for parameter is A plus B plus C. If I draw a triangular, I will say A, B, C. These represent the 3 sides to a triangular. If I wanted to find the parameter of the triangular, I would say A equals 2, B equals 5, C equals 1. Now if I plug in 2 plus 5 plus 1, I should have 2 plus 5 is 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1 will give me 8. The parameter of the triangle is 8. Next, I will have circle. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Circle. I'm going to draw a circle. The middle section in the circle is known as the radius. So C will represent the circumference of the circle. All this is known as the circumference. So I would say my equation will be to find the circumference of the circle is pi times diameter equals 2 pi radius. The diameter of this circle is this line right here. First, if I plug in the diameter of 16, my radius will be 2. My radius will be 8. 16 divided by 2 will give me 8 for the radius. If I said 8 times 2, my diameter will be 16. So let's finish this equation off. So I have my diameter, which is 16. So I would say pi times 16. You may be wondering what is pi. Pi is 3.14. So I would say C equals 3.14 times 16. So I would say 3.14 times 16. 4 times 6 is 24. So I put down my 4, add my 2 to the top. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 will give me 8. 6 times 3 is 18. Don't forget your decimals. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. And 3 times 1 is 3. So I go down here and I say add 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. Add my 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. Plus 1 will give us 10. Add that 1. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1, 5. So I go back and I plug in my decimal to the 10th power, which will give us 1, 2. My answer will be C equals 50.24. Next, we have the parallelogram. The parameter for this equation is 2b plus 2x. As I draw this out, I will tell you what b and s means. As you see, your b is known by base, and your S is known by side. So when you plug it in, you're trying to find the base and your sides. The reason why it's a 2 there, because you have 2 base, and a 2 in front of the S is because you have 2 sides. So if I say B equals 2 and side equals 4, I will plug in the final parameter. I would say 2 times 2 plus 2 times 4, which I will be left with 4 plus 8 will give me 12. Next, we will have the volume of a rectangle, which is known as length times width times height. As I draw this out, I will put a 3D image up for a rectangular. My height is over here, the height of the rectangular. My width is at the bottom. And the length, to know how long it is at the bottom too. So finding the volume of this particular rectangular, I will have 2 for the length. Width will be 10. And my height will be 5. So finding the volume, L times W times height, I will have 2 times 10. You can break this down if you want to, which will give me 20. Don't forget about the height. 20 times 5, which will give me 100. The volume of the rectangular is 100. Next, we will move on to the sphere. The volume for this equation is 4/3 pi r squared. It may look like a circle, but this is the sphere. So if I plug in, remember your pi is 3.14, and the radius will be 2. So if I plug in 4/3, 3.14, 2 squared, I should end up with 4/3 times 3.14 times 4, which I should have now, which is, I'm going to multiply these 4 so I can get my whole numbers out the way. 4 times 4 will give me 16/3 times 3.14. If I multiply 3.14 times 16 to break it down, I would say 4 times 6, which is 24. Take my 2. 6 times 1, which is plus 2, which is 6, plus 2 is 7, 8, which is 8. 6 times 3 is 18. Then I say 1 times 4, which is 4. 1 times 1, which is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So I come down here and I do my addition. I bring down my 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. Bring my 1. 9, 8 plus 1 is 9. Plus 1 more is 10. So I carry my 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. So I have 50 point. Bring your decimal to the second 10th place. 50.24. It's not over yet. Then you divide this by 3. So then you come over here and you say 3 divided into 50.24. You ask yourself first, what times what would give me 5? What times 3 can I get 5? Which is nothing, so you'll say 1. So 1 times 3 will give you 3. So 5 minus 3 will give you 2. Then you ask yourself, what times 3 will give me 18? Will give me 20, which is nothing. So you say the only thing that's close to it is 6. So 6 times 3 will give you 18. 20 minus 18, you'll cross out your 1, be left with, make this a 10, which you'll be left with your 2, because 10 minus 8 will give you 2, because 2 plus 8 will give you 10. Then you'll put your decimal at the top, you'll bring down your 2. Then you ask yourself again, what times 3 will give me 22? And you'll say 7, which is 7 times 3 will give you 21. The closest thing to 22. So 22 minus 21, you'll have 1. You'll bring down your 4. And you'll say, what times 3 will give me 14, which is nothing. But what will give me closer to 14, which is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 14 minus 12 will leave you with 2. And your remainder will be 2. So your answer will be 16.74 with the remainder of 2. In closing, today we have reviewed formulas and application. I hope this video has helped you in many ways. Thank you for watching.